Hi, and welcome to Adding Defenses for Common Internet Attacks. What we'll cover in this section: description of common attacks, setting up AWS WAF, the Web Application Firewall, and automating addition of protections, and setting up Shield. Hi, and welcome to description of common attacks. What we'll cover in this video: description of some common attacks, malware, which is installation of malicious software, denial of service or distributed denial of service attacks, man-in-the-middle and cross-site request forgery, SQL code injection attacks. These are all common and have different ways of protecting yourself for them. And we'll also talk about the description of the Web Application Firewall. Malware. This seems to be some nice or free software to help with a specific task, but often it will contain unknown malicious code. Sometimes it will look like a piece of known software that you got from a different site where they've changed the installer to install the malicious code as well as the software you were expecting. A denial of service or distributed denial of service attack is one which somebody is making many connections that only partially connect to your service. What that does is hold open those connections and use all your resources on your services. And that makes them unresponsive to real requests because your services are so busy responding to these fake requests that don't actually get anywhere. The man-in-the-middle generally uses insecure, free wireless networks, and it takes advantage of unsecured websites, ones that don't use SSL, TLS, or HTTPS. And basically, in the middle, it pretends to be the server to the real client, and it pretends to be the client to the real server, and therefore it's stealing the data back and forth. Usernames, passwords, bank account numbers, it can all have access to. SQL and code injection. This happens when somebody has a search field, for example, on a screen, and you can then enter part of a SQL statement or part of a JavaScript piece of code that will do things that are not intended by your application. For example, in a search field, you may put a value in a search field, but somebody would put something like Acme and then delete from customers. And if you're not careful and just take the field value into your application, your customers table will get completely deleted. An AWS Web Application Firewall is automatically configured for many of the common attack patterns. It's got a full API to allow for automated rule updates in responding to attacks automatically and dynamically. For example, if it detects lots of incomplete connections from an IP address, it will automatically block that IP address. And it can automatically block OWASP's top 10 web application vulnerabilities.